So since we last time completely messed up those 100 days on a deserted island jungle only world, I wanted to do something that was in this sort of realm but not quite the same. So this time we're doing it in a jungle only world, but it's not going to be an island version. And obviously I'm hoping this is going to go much better than the first time. Who knows though? Who knows, man? My skills aren't the greatest, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and claim that I'm some sort of magician at this game because, dear God, I am not. So to keep things simple, let's just get right into it, grab ourselves a bunch of wood, some stone, and get some tools. Alright, so now that we got a few stone tools, things should be a lot easier to go forward. We got a chicken. We actually got a few chickens, which is very, very nice. Also, I am seeing melons, so I think we're going to grab some of those melons because, well, I kind of need melons to actually survive since I haven't really gotten any other food than the melons food source. So I got to be smart about it, right? Got to be smart. Guess we'll grab some of this bamboo. Bamboo is always cool. Love the fact that you can actually do something with it nowadays, that you can actually turn it into actual wood and stuff. It's kind of banging. Alright, so I think the plan is to... Why are there mushrooms right there? I like that. I want those mushrooms because I can probably use those for something in the future. Alright, 4 mushrooms, sure. Now I'm looking for just that one piece of iron that's just sticking out like a sore thumb some random spot so I can just get a shield. That's really all I care about right now. That is my main goal. Just one piece of iron and I'll be golden. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks really good. That's... Oh, dear God, bro. God damn, bro. This thing bigger than Kylie Jenner's backside. I see a piece of iron. I see a rail. This is all perfect, man. This is kind of too good of a start, bro. Usually, this means that I'll die within the next 5 minutes, probably. So let's try for once and make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, we got... Oh, yes. We got a mine shaft and everything. Okay, we got a creeper right there. He is not gonna go for me, though. I'm gonna just grab this one piece of iron, which... Okay, it's perfect. It is... Like I just said, bro, I was just looking for that one piece, and I got that one piece and not a single extra. Fair enough. We do also have some coal, which is going to be quite handy because it does help us. Oh, okay. But it's going to help us get torches. I could not find the words to say that, but let's just quickly pop this. Okay, things are not going right now. I gotta start speaking properly. All right, let's make ourselves this quick furnace and just cook this one piece of iron down so we can actually utilize this. See, there's already a zombie coming for me. See, I knew you guys are just not calm whatsoever. More iron there. Get away from me. Okay, sure. Oh, of course he's on fire. That's... Oh, no, bro. What? Come on. Really? I did not think he was gonna hit me from that distance, bro. That's kind of BS, man. That right there is why I always die so quickly, bro. I'm terrible at this game. All right, let's get that shield. Let's pop it up. That's gonna make us 20 times more safe. I can let this stay for now, and then we can go down and just see if we can get a little bit of iron going around here. If we just make sure we kind of light it up as much as possible with the very few torches that we do have, we can always just kind of keep our distance and we should be good. So we got one skeleton right here. Yeah. All right, and then we got 2 torches left, which can kind of decently light up this area. I should be safe. There's one piece of iron here. Is there more? There is more. Okay, this is big. Ah, my dear, 6 pieces is plenty. I love it. All right, so we got all of these mine shafts, which is going to be absolutely incredible to explore because that's going to probably give us a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to need. But what we're going to start off with really quickly is trying to grab some of this coal that's kind of stuck around here in the roof because I'll definitely be needing a bunch of this. And of course it's all surrounded by water. Why is it all surrounded by water? Anyways, we can just smelt this down so we can get this cooking up. What I think I might actually do is I'm gonna try and play this smart, man. I gotta start doing much bigger big brain plays than I usually do, man, because I always just, well, do stuff that I shouldn't be doing. So what we're gonna start off with is, if I can make my, well, step number 1 will be to grab a decent amount of wood before we actually do end up getting nighttime, so we do not have to get up here anytime soon. Alright, this should definitely do it decently for now. This definitely gives us a good amount of time to make a few torches and stuff like that. We're grabbing some extra. We're grabbing some extra iron. There is 1 or 2 issues that we are running into already, obviously, and that is the food. I took that very, very dumb damage and, well, it's kind of costing me already, man. I gotta say, that was a horrible play. So if I potentially could find a few more pieces of melon before it gets too dark, that would be absolutely phenomenal. There's a few here, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Just a few is That's more than enough for me. Oh, yes. Ooh, this is crazy. Okay, there's a lot right here. It is also actually starting to go really dark. So let's just quickly grab all of this and make our way back. All right, that gives us a little bit over a stack of melons. So obviously one of the worst food sources you can get, but it is still decent. I just need to make my way back real quick. God damn, it's getting real dark now. It's all about the pace right here. Come on. All right, we are back, and then we're just gonna make our way down. It should be... Ooh. Oh, okay, hold up. It should be overall rather safe around here. Okay, that's a lie. It's not whatsoever. There's a lot that I did not light up. We have gotten a little bit of iron. There's not enough for a chest piece, which is kind of what I was hoping for, but yeah, that's only 6, not 8. All right, I think my best play right now is if I can gather a bit of coal easily without having to do too much. That should be nice. We got a bunch of coal right here. This should definitely be extremely helpful. All right, so as long as I just try as much as I can to light this area up somewhat decently. Oh, god damn it. Oh, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Okay. Wait. Give me a sec. Oh, no, there's water. Why is the water everywhere? Okay, am I safe? I'm safe. I need to heal back up. This is not good. Skeletons are truly the worst, man. I might actually try and just make my way down here, because I feel like maybe, unless there's like spiders down here, this probably is like a safer play than most. There's a zombie right there, which... that isn't an issue. All right, see, this is what I'm talking about. There's a bit of iron in the roof right here. This will actually... Oh, hold up. Wait. We got a buns. Okay. Ah, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, that was 8 pieces. Don't even get me hyped like this right now. Come on, baby. Okay, this... Oh, more... Yeah. And it's just a 1. That's all right, though. So let's grab my new crafting table because I've got to bring the other one. What I'm going to do on top of that is I'm going to make myself a new furnace. I'm going to smelt this down. This right here so that we can actually get ourselves a chest piece. I see more iron there. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. This place is overall really good. As long as I can play this... Oh my god, I missed a bunch of iron right there. I just ran right past it. But of course, there's a creeper nearby. There's diamonds. I see literal diamonds from up here. Can you see that? It's just right down there. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, that's... We gotta wait with that, but that's really cool. Can I spot anything else maybe from up here? More iron. More iron. Iron. Alright, this is phenomenal. Very good stuff. So let's start off by making ourselves the chest piece because we're definitely gonna need that type of protection. Since I do already spot those diamonds, I think I'm actually gonna go for the iron pickaxe instead of making more armor. Maybe that's a dumb play, who knows. That's probably is actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, nothing new on my part, but what I want to do as well is I want to melt down these last pieces right here because that is enough for a helmet. No, it's not. It's not for boots though. Almost the same. If I can get over there without too much trouble of the creeper, he is probably going to take a massive dive. Come on, fall down. Yeah. See you later, brother. All right. Yeah. You have fun. Okay. See you, bro. Fall down. Yeah, I should be safe. And if he just comes up right behind me, well, I guess I'll cry. That's 4 more pieces. Haven't really explored down here, so quickly try and do that and see if we can spot any more iron. Okay, we can. That's it. That's it, baby. Oh, there's a skeleton. Oh, there's double skeleton. Okay, I gotta kill this one quickly. Unless they can kill each other. There we are. Okay. Oh my god, there is so much iron around here. This is wild. I'm like a little kid on Christmas, man. This is just awesome. Oh, there's a minecart. If there is diamonds in here, I'm gonna scream. Just because I want to. Well, at least your earphones are safe now. Alright. Damn it. That's still cool though, I'll take it. The food is actually really good. I should not be complaining about that whatsoever actually. So we got some more iron right here, let's grab that first off. Even more iron here. Yeah, the coal is definitely gonna be smart to grab as well. Not gonna lie to you, I've forgotten where my way back is. I have kind of... Oh, there's so much here. Let's grab that. Yeah, I've kind of forgotten exactly where my way back is to the furnace, and I believe I did leave some iron smelting down in that furnace, so I kind of want to get back to it. Oh, it's down here. Okay, never mind. we're in the clear. Didn't mess up too bad. Let's just start off by bringing this with us instead, because I really don't need to come back here since I've already completely cleared out this area. Oh yeah, I've gotten myself the bright idea of making a sword, because all of these cobwebs right here is gonna actually end up giving me enough for a bed, and we haven't seen any sheeps or anything like that yet, so I'm not really sure exactly if we're gonna get any beds anytime soon. So grabbing these is probably a game changer, and just like that we have enough for our first bed. I suppose I'll keep on collecting them, to be honest with you, because it is a decent thing to have. And this mine shaft does seem to be somewhat crazy, like it keeps on extending to the sides and everything like that, which is a really good sign. I've actually gotten 31 pieces of iron at the moment. What I think I might do is I might actually just throw down 2 furnaces, because why in the world would I not just do that? And just throw half of these in here, I have them smelt down, and do the same with these ones. Then while that's smelting down, we can just slowly but surely explore down this corridor. Alright, this place is pretty quiet, but the more iron the better. And when you get veins with 8, yeah. Oh, never mind, make that 9. That should make it more than enough for us to completely get a full set of iron right here, which it does. Let's go. Right there, full iron. I'm gonna feel it much safer with that. While we are here, let's just melt down this so we have a little bit of extra stuff. Then what I think I want to do now is, I think since I've gotten full iron and everything like that, I got a decent amount of stuff. I might actually try and make it down to those diamonds. I think that would be really cool. The way it was just kind of showing and everything like that, I'm expecting it to just be a 1, but if it is more, that would be absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm that lucky though. Who knows, man? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's actually be smart right now and make ourselves a water bucket. That's gonna probably come in clutch at some point. Alright, it's all the way down there. It is daytime again, which is very nice, but I guess we are going deeper, man. We are like the dwarves in Middle Earth. We're gonna dig too deep, and we're gonna end up having something we did not want. This time it ain't gonna be a Balrog, it's probably just gonna be a creeper exploding my head. Slow descent down is going well, which is quite nice. Let's try and see if we can route some torches up. Okay, oh, that happened. I was sure I was gonna take full damage right there, but somehow, some way we made it, and that's alright. Okay, we got glow squids? Sure. I'll take it. Okay, so how many? I'm guessing a 1. Let's see. Come on. 1. Yep. What else did you expect, man? Come on now. You gotta be realistic, bro. It's never more than 1. You think life is just gonna bring you that much ease? Hell no, brother. You gotta work for these diamonds. Not much luck finding anything else down here. Definitely seems like it was just a lucky little diamond that did not want to bring any more with it. Don't do that, creeper. Don't do that. I do not know where he went. But he's near. Okay, you know what, man? Let me just get away from all of that. I don't need all that nonsense in my life. Okay, what do we have here? This is rather interesting. If I can make my way up to this open area, we could... Let's see. What do we got? Oh, yes, let's go. More diamonds. Just the 1? No, there's more under. Oh, there's plenty. There's plenty. Okay. That was 5 diamonds. Dear God, let's get that. And I see more diamonds under the water, which I definitely want to utilize that. No way I'm skipping out on those just because they're underwater. Let's pop down the crafting table, pop some wood in here, and let's make some doors. And let's descend. Let's just get down here. Don't really have to worry much. We just gotta get on the diamonds. There we are. Perfect. Let's see how good this is gonna be. 1. 2 is decent. Oh, there's more. Okay. Never mind. 4 is definitely better. Alright, perfect. Let's just destroy this door and let's get out of here. Honestly, I don't really care about grabbing the gold. I just feel like it's a waste of time. More diamonds. More diamonds. Yes, thank you. It's another 4 diamonds added to the collection. I'm gonna say that is probably gonna dry up my diamond luck for the time being. Unless... Let's go! Wait a minute. Never mind. Hell yeah, bro. These mines are fire. Stop. Pause. Let's go. More. It's another 3. We got 17. Holy guacamole, bro. We got 17 diamonds. What are you on about? Oh, we got a spawner. Oh, we got a spawner. We got a spawner. Okay, hold up. And we have hit an iron vein, I think. Okay, I don't want to be the guy to jinx it, but like, this is going too well. It is going too well. I do not want to be that guy because who wants to be that guy, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really like this, bro. All right, come on. Chest number 1. That is garbage. And that is also completely garbage. All right, there's got to be a limit. And that right there was definitely the limit. Dear God. All right, let's maybe just take this opportunity to kind of to just clear out our inventory from all this different type of junk that we really do not need on us. Lapis is actually going to come in quite handy since we are already kind of close to being able to enchant. Kind of just need obsidian at this point. Oh, and a book. And a book. Never mind. We do also need a book. But I'm not expecting cows to be the hardest thing in the entire world to find. I don't really care about the spawner too much. Cool, but it also is kind of what it is. Wait, didn't I see more diamonds? Did I forget to grab some? Did I take them? I took them, right? I think I grabbed every single one that I looked at. I think unless I spot a few more diamonds, I'm gonna say that for now I am wildly happy with what I've gotten from down here, which means that I should probably grab those 4 pieces of obsidian. That actually I should probably end up do that and then go back up, because otherwise, oh my god, there's so much iron. Otherwise I'll just end up staying here for like the first 50 days and I don't really need to do that, do I now? We definitely need to start figuring out a much better food source, because dear god, these melons ain't it, chief. That's a mad sentence, bro. Saying melons ain't it, bro. We all like the melons, man, but you know exactly, like, yeah, I want the better stuff, I suppose. We should just move on from that. I got 63 pieces of iron. I'm very solid now. Unfortunately, I haven't really found any lava pools. Found a bunch of singles, which stupidly enough I did not grab. Kind of want these to float down here because it does light up the area a bunch without me having to do anything. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm just gonna make it up and then we can always just come back down and actually grab some of this lava. It seems to be daytime, which is nice. Alright, so we have a massive cave area down there, which is a really good spot, honestly. Like, I don't really think I need to explore out and find some sort of base or some sort of spot where there's a bunch of, like, space when I have such a good spot around here. Again, it is a jungle-only world, so how much different can places really be around? Probably is going to be extremely limited. Maybe, actually, I could do something fun here with these, like, giant caves under me, have some sort of bridges and stuff going around here. That could actually be cool. I might actually end up doing that. So maybe if I make it over to the other side and then just start kind of as much as I can clear out an area so we have some sort of open space, because it is very dense around here. The ocean seems to be right out there, which is a really good thing as well. So it seems like we just have an opening to basically everything if we kind of stay around this area. Yeah, I think I actually very much so like this spot, but it will probably take me a little bit to actually clear out this area. There's definitely no animals around here, which definitely is a bit of an issue, but hopefully they'll spawn or they are just wandering around nearby. I think what I'm going to start off with is, seems like I forgot my crafting tables and everything like that, so let's just make a new one. Let's make a chest for some storage, because we're definitely going to need that. Should probably be smart real quick and make a bed, since it's probably going to be nighttime before we even know it. But now we have 17 diamonds, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to make myself a diamond pickaxe, but on top of that I am also going to make myself a diamond axe. So I have 11 spare. I want to make sure I keep 2 for the enchantment table, which gives me 9, which either I could make a chest piece or I could just kind of save it for now, which I think I'm going to just save it. Probably make myself a few diamond hoes, because, well, I'll probably have to clear out this area pretty heavily for leaves and stuff. But basically with all of this, I should just try and get to work and clear out this area just a decent amount for the time being. That definitely gives me a lot more space to work with. So now I want to figure out some sort of build that I want to do for my house, but I definitely want to utilize what I talked about earlier, maybe doing a few bridges and stuff like that going around in here. Like, trying to be creative and do something a little bit different would be really cool. There is still a lot of work that needs to be done around here. I'm going to start off by actually making myself a diamond shovel, because I definitely need to trim down this area as well. I am starting to see a few animals. There's one pig right there. That's definitely not enough, but it's a good start. I'm hoping there's going to be some more animals around here. What I definitely want to do is I want to start setting up some sort of wheat farms as well, but I kind of want to figure out exactly the size of my house before doing any sort of farms. Alright, so I think I have some sort of idea of what I want to do with the house. It's definitely going to require a decent amount of space, but this area is pretty solid in size. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to keep this front area a decent bit open so I can actually have some farms outside here. So if we could start the house around and about here, I'd say we can probably actually start a little further out. Say, let's just start here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I want to have some sort of block right here, and then a door block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to place another block on the side as well, just like I'm going to place a block on the side right here. So we have 10 blocks between the house, kind of. So we have 10 blocks here with a block on each side, same for the other side, and a doorway in. Then basically I just want to do the exact type of thing all the way back. That would just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with a block in the back, and then we can just easily do that. We don't have to worry too much. There we are, and that leads us to here. Nope. Leads us to there. So this right here is gonna be the underpath of the house. What I want to do is I want to have side 1, side 2, and then in the middle on top of it I want to have some sort of extension on there that probably leads up to maybe potentially an enchantment room or something like that. And then I might even in the middle have like a staircase kind of going down here that maybe leads to an underground area as well. This is just potentially right now, but that's kind of the idea that I'm working with. So since this is a jungle house, I probably actually want to switch a lot of this out for jungle wood. I think I want to mixture in a decent amount of oak and jungle at the same time. I think that would probably work nicely. I definitely also want windows and stuff like that. Is it slowly becoming nighttime? It might be, but if I can just make my way down here, we do have this little opening. Is there a bunch of sand down here? Yes, there are sand. It isn't like an insane amount, but there's definitely a decent amount of sand down here, which I want to grab because I for sure want some windows around. All right, a stack of sand for now is gonna do it. So what I'm thinking I want to do as well is I definitely want to utilize this outside area right here to make some farms, since we are gonna need food. And to be smart about it, I think I'm actually gonna do that first before building anything else, since it just kind of feels a little bit smarter so it has time to grow while I build. So what I am thinking at the moment is probably something like removing a path of dirt here and then do this over here as well. Then I think I'm just gonna take all of my cobblestone and turn it into slabs so I can add the slabs all the way through until it reaches here, I think. And then if I could just grab a little bit more right here, I can then make some stairs that I can add to the outside, since it won't really look too nice with the slabs. So we do that, and then just slabs all the way through, just like that. We will probably actually add the slabs all the way through, since it kind of makes sense. And then probably what I should actually do first off is maybe I just do an extension all the way around with the actual slabs, which I definitely do not have enough stone for. Let's try and lead this water out and see if it'll just make an easy way down, which it seems, yeah, perfect. Hell yeah, this means I don't have to do much. Okay, there we are. All right, so then I can just grab a decent amount of cobblestone so we can actually do that. I really have access to basically every single type of stone and everything like that just outside my door, so this place is absolutely perfect for literally everything. Let's just make a whole bunch of slabs real quick. Is that the second pick, or is... Oh, there's 2 picks now. There are 2 picks. I do not have a carrot though. Okay, so it does hit the front right here. So what I might actually do is just add in dirt on the outside right here, so it kind of... Yeah, because I don't really like you can see under it. It makes no sense. So we just got to repeat this on this side. We can focus on removing that tree later. That's all right for now. Then let's just like right out here make a little area where we can have an infinite water source. This right here will be the middle part of everything, so if I can just kind of trim this area out, and then we can easily like add water around this entire area under the actual stone. I think I want to take some jungle wood and just go through the middle right here for a pathway. And then obviously we gotta have some sort of fence as well, which probably I think is gonna work best with jungle fences. Jungle wood is not like the prettiest color, but I kind of want to have that out here since it kind of makes sense for the biome. So basically that gives us something like this. I'm not gonna do anything here now because I want to do that with the actual house. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do actually in terms of the house. I guess time will tell on that one. Although maybe, actually I think I have an idea. What if I do something like this right here, where I just fill this in, I take some of my iron to make a shear. What if I added in oak leaves to the front right here? And then all we gotta do is this right here and just fill in the seeds. Okay, there's definitely a few spots where I should add in water though. It seems to be working solidly. Then we can just fill all of this in and our farm will slowly but surely start growing. We definitely won't have enough seeds to fill in the entire thing, but we have ourselves a really good start. How many bones? I got 15 bones from killing skeletons. So, okay, that's actually gonna pace everything up like crazy. Efficiency for the win. All right, so that fills in all of that. So slowly over time now, it's just gonna start growing while I actually spend time building the house, and everything is gonna just be really freaking smooth and run quickly. This is pretty good, man. I think this is a good start. I'm liking this. Just gotta take our time, slowly but surely expand, and I think this could look pretty cool, man. I definitely want to make sure I don't remove too many trees around here. I still want that jungle vibe to the area. That definitely needs to stay. But this is a pretty good start, man. I'm definitely liking this. Now it's more so about what can I really do with this house? And I don't really have too many ideas. I'm just gonna kind of start and then see where it takes me. Alrighty, let's do this. I'm not gonna change these out like I was talking about. I'm actually gonna stick with them since we already have jungle wood here. I think having oak here might fit in a bit better. I'm gonna strip them down. You gotta do that. So what I am thinking is that we maybe try and take these 4 blocks high, so it's just another 3 on both sides. Let's try and quickly strip those down. Then maybe what I could do is I could add this in here so we have some sort of staircase going up to the actual house. And then on the insides here, I can just kind of fill this out with cobblestone. I seem to be placing these chests in all sorts of places they do not need to be. That's alright. So then what we can do right here is we can add these 2 doors in at the front. See, that definitely doesn't work. So what we gotta do is let's try and remove that. Maybe extend this out a little bit. Then let's try and go out here and make some stairs that then leads up to it. I think that's gonna look a bit better. I feel like that's gonna work. We'll see. And then in the middle right here, I just want to have cobblestone going through. But obviously, I will have some sort of way down here that's gonna lead into the caves, I think. I do suppose I already have like a massive entrance out there to the caves, but you know what? Let's make another one down here. So maybe that's just gonna be like some sort of cellar in the house. Then we have our glass right here, which we're definitely gonna utilize, which I'm probably gonna just turn into glass panes. Let's just take like 32. That should probably be plenty for now. Then what I am thinking for the actual front of this house is obviously we gotta extend this up on the outside. And then if we just add the jungle planks all the way around here, then we have ourselves a little boxed in area. For the floor inside here, I'm not 100% sure exactly what I want to do with it. So for now, let's wait. But we can take all sides and just extend them up so we have some sort of pattern going. And we can also fill in this side right here so we have this completed off. That definitely gives it a solid schematic to go out from. Now we gotta figure out exactly what we want to do with this front spot. So in between here, there is 10 blocks. So if I maybe add in a few blocks of oak on both sides, scratch that, we'll try something different. What if we try to do this with that and then 2 in the middle that all extend up? So maybe in the middle of that, that's where we could add in glass. Let's try and just throw in some glass real quick and see how that looks. I think that might actually end up looking decent. So then maybe what I do is I extend this up by another one. Actually, I might not have to do that. So we heavily utilize the jungle wood. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, hold up. I am kind of liking that. And let's try and make a buttload of fences for a lot of decoration, and probably also make a solid amount of trapdoors as well, and potentially even some campfires. It seems I only have 1 piece of coal. I think I would actually like to do a few campfires in here. Should really light this area up a bit more. Did I leave my shield? Damn it. I left my shield. All right, let's quickly spend a minute right here to just light this area up a bit more so it's going to be easier for me to come down here in the future. There's still so much more lighting up to do down here, but this is a start. There's a bunch of coal right here, which is nice. If I'm smart, I probably utilize some of this coal to light things up even more. I believe this completely lights up this entire cave. As far as I can tell, there should not be one single spot where anything can really happen at this point. No mobs is able to spawn, which is going to make me a lot safer, and I can utilize this place to just grab as many materials as I want, because this is kind of like a golden place for just all sorts of blocks. Probably end up doing so much mining down here. Feel like I'll never run out of iron. That just gave me 11 pieces. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, my mind is always on Harry Potter, bro. My mind is always, and I mean always, on Harry Potter timing. Andesite might actually come in quite nice with this build. Maybe for the floor. I do not think that's a terrible idea. I think andesite floor might actually be a nice little detail. We'll see. I'll just come back because I'll need a bunch more. It also gave me 43 pieces of coal, so now we can make a handful of campfires. I should probably actually utilize some of this wheat to make food because it's going to be so much better than actual melons. Just make like 4 campfires. I think that should plenty do it for now. So then what I am thinking is that maybe we do some sort of campfire on top of both windows. And then with the campfires, let's try and add in a trapdoor. That seems too tall. Maybe there. And then let's try and do that, and then that. And then maybe if we do something like this right here on the sides, like that, I feel like it adds in a lot of detail around here. And then maybe we do like a block here and then a block here. Then maybe if we smelt down some of this cobblestone, we can turn it into stone and put a button on both of them just for a bit more detail. And I'll probably have to do another trip now down into the mines. But if I take this area and on the front right here, I add in cobblestone, and at the back of the cobblestone, I then add in planks, where then I can just kind of extend this in. How does that look? I actually think that looks decent. So if we grab this stone buttons right here, we do that and that. Just a subtle little detail, which I feel like adds a lot. Maybe, ooh, wait, let's try this. Do I do that down here with a button on both sides? I think so, yeah. And then again, there are going to be a wheat field down here, so you won't really be able to see that lower part. Okay, for now, I'll actually remove that because I do think the wheats are going to cover it up nicely and it won't really have any effect. Let's stick with that for now. Let's take all of our fences and just add a pathway all the way around so we can kind of finish this little farm area off. That should completely fill it out. So then I can change this here. And then we just throw in these slabs. And then when one day this actually wants to probably grow, we can start filling this out completely. I suppose I could utilize these beetroot seeds now. Why not, man? Why not just pop down some beetroot seeds? See, I would plant down some of the melons, but then at the same time, do I really want any melons to eat? I'd really rather have actual food that's gonna actually help me instead of, well, melons aren't the greatest thing. Let's just say it like that. Let's try and take a little bit of a step back. Can I? Yeah, it's coming together. It's definitely coming together. All I gotta do is just take that and replicate it over there. And with a whoosh, whoosh, boom. Perfect. So now we gotta do the sides. Overall, feel like it's pretty simple. I just kind of gotta copy exactly what I've done out here. It should be really easy. We just kind of replicate everything, and I think there's no reason to do anything too crazy with it, man. It's just, it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. I actually think it's surprisingly nice. I did not expect to like it as much as I do, but I really do like it. So that's awesome. So I think let's quickly throw down those walls and then figure out what we're gonna do with the roof. Actually, before we do that, I'm really running low on jungle wood, so I gotta find some place that I can grab a little bit. I kind of don't want to actually do anything with this area now. I really like this area. I think the trees around fit in so well, especially these massive trees. They give a great look to the actual area. So maybe just like a random tree like this right here out to the sides is a much better choice to take down. And now I can do it. With that completed, now we gotta figure out what we want to do in terms of the floor. I'm definitely torn between a few things to do, either making this floor wood or andesite. It's very woody, the house. So I feel like potentially andesite might kind of just remove that aspect just a little bit at least and just make it a little different. See, the question is actually, now that I think about it, should we maybe do, ooh, wait, hold up. Maybe I just got an idea. Maybe. Let's take some cobblestone stairs, and then this right here is the middle part. So then in the middle part, we then start removing all of this dirt down here and then replace that with the floor. I think that actually might work quite nicely. And then maybe what we do is we just do the normal andesite floor through the middle, but then on the sides right here we take a maybe either andesite and just switch it up, or a different block. Let's really quick make a stone cutter. definitely gonna need that a lot, so I'm surprised I haven't made one yet. And then I'll probably have to just make a quick little trip down into my mines and grab a handful of andesite and at least test how it looks. Or, ooh, what about diorite to really switch it up? Diorite might actually be quite nice for switching it up. Granite is gonna look too ugly, but diorite is pretty nice. We definitely do have a little safety concern up there. It's not quite as lit up as I thought it was. Let's turn our diorite into polished diorite. So then right here, no, what am I doing? So then right here, we can just add in the full diorite blocks, and then we can remove all of this dirt. And then take some of the diorite and turn it into slabs that we can fill in. So that completely fills in the actual floor with diorite. And then maybe we turn a few more in and we just do slabs here, so it kind of elevates the floor just a little bit, so it kind of goes in smooth. I think we should probably do that, yeah. Definitely gonna need some more diorite. Maybe we switch these two out instead for some diorite stairs, so it kind of connects in. I like that. And then basically we just gotta take all of this and do it on the other side as well. And it's gonna make like a cool little pattern in here with these. I think that works. Not bad. I'm very much so liking this, man. I think it looks really solid. Then we can kind of start just filling in areas around here. So we just kind of throw in some furnaces and stuff like that. Slowly but surely just expand out. Definitely a lot of stuff that needs to be done still, but this is very cool. Now it's just about kind of elevating it and finishing it off with the roof. Now the plan is that the upstairs thing is not really going to actually be used for anything. It's just kind of more so there for the actual looks. I think that I'm just gonna extend it in with these slabs, and that's gonna be the roof. And I think I want to kind of utilize this cobblestone a little bit, so maybe I just do that, and then I just have it go in a few blocks. I'm starting to run out of materials now, which is alright. I just need to grab a few more. I think I have the complete idea in my head now. So if I can just require a bit more jungle wood, well, actually a lot more jungle wood probably, I can finish this off. So we gotta do an extension on this house right here, which should be pretty simple. What I'm thinking is a 1, 2, 3, I think a 3. Actually, I think just a 3. And then in the same feel as we did on the outside here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a bunch of this jungle wood and I'm gonna just kind of go around like this right here. Nope, that's not it. That's not what I was thinking. Never mind. Give me a sec right here. I'm thinking, wait, what am I thinking? Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I am thinking that I want to extend it another one up actually. And by doing that, oh yeah, by the way, I've added a bunch of lanterns to my house as well, because we need lanterns. We need lanterns. You know how it goes, bro. We always need lanterns. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to extend this up and have one under. So just like that. Elevate everything, and then I put in the glass right here. So we can then go up once again. It's basically like the same we've done all the way around. So it's just a continuation. And now it's raining. Can't have that. Let's quickly take a step back. I think that works. I definitely think that works. So actually there's one thing that I quickly want to make sure I actually fix. Ooh, okay. So what I want to do is I definitely want to take this side here down, since I absolutely for sure want to add in oak instead that we can strip down. So I gotta grab myself some more oak before continuing. Reasoning behind doing that is because it's just gonna kind of change things a little bit up, so it isn't the same boring thing over and over. So we can simply easily just add these blocks right here, and then we got this right here where we just gotta add in a bit more oak to the side, have that go all the way around. I gotta make sure that I do something on the sides right here, because I want to make sure that I can put a bunch of lanterns up here to make sure that no zombies actually end up spawning around. But first and foremost, I need a bunch more wood. We need a bunch of iron right now so we can get a whole bunch of lanterns, which is slowly but surely smelting down, which is good because we're gonna need, well, a load of it. I already have a decent amount right here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna throw it all in and make as many lanterns as I can. 27 will probably be that's decent. I think that's gonna do well for now. The garden is also completely filled out now, which is really nice. So what I'm thinking of doing to start off with is I actually want to add a little bit out here, since, well, I do definitely think this area on the outside here, it needs a bit of lighting. Just if I do miss some sort of nighttime or anything like that, we don't really have anything spawning just right in our face. So that safety is gonna come in nice. And then with our very well done little pathway up here, we can just kind of get into working on this last bit of the house quickly. No, not that one. Not that one. Damn. But all of that right now is fine. If we just make ourselves a brilliant staircase right here, all we gotta do now is just add some sort of roofing to it. And if we stay intact with what we have done throughout most of the house, it actually is very, very simple. All we gotta do is just add a layer of stone all the way around. And then obviously we just gotta add our jungle planks through it as well. Really? Really? You're telling me that I am one piece short? That just feels so disrespectful. Come on, man. There we are. Then very simply, I just think I'm gonna add slabs all the way through here. And just like that, I think we have finished the roof. But obviously, we can't exactly just leave this as it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just be adding a few lanterns up here that you probably won't be able to see. But I believe this is plenty gonna actually light this area up, just so I'm 100% sure we do not have any mobs spawning here, because that would honestly be quite terrible. So I think that is gonna probably do it. Let's take ourselves all the way down and take a step back and look if that works. Yeah, I like that. Obviously, there's still a lot to be added to this front right here, but that, as of yet, I really enjoy that. So what the next step will probably be is taking all of this coal and make a few campfires. You know what, man? Let's just make 14, because we're probably going to end up needing a bunch at some point. So just like how we did it down here, I think it's kind of just going to be rinse and repeat on top of it, man. Oh, I missed a very crucial detail right there. I was about to say, there's something down here that looks really off, and I can't tell what it is. It was that. So if we just add these in right here, and then sprinkle in these campfires right next to it, make sure we water those down. I actually don't know if there's a better way to turn them off, but we stick with that. Then all we gotta do is just add these two here, and that just makes it look so much better. That's insane how much that helps. Only a little detail now that is left is that, and then this bad boy right here. And then since we don't really have bushes up there, do I add those? I could in theory add those. I don't think it's gonna actually ruin anything. Let's try and grab the bushes and throw them in and see how that feels. I think it's actually gonna not ruin anything. It probably is just gonna add a bit more texture. Okay, so I was lying about that. And I think I know exactly why I don't like it. It's because I chose to take these all the way down up here. So with that changed up, that probably will look better. It definitely does look better. I think I'm going to stick with that for now, since I do feel like it adds a lot of texture in. That is for sure due to change, but at least for now, I'm going to stick by it. Which just gives us a massive open, like, feel in here. I kind of like that, bro. It makes the house feel very open. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of that. Now, in terms of these sides right here, I think I'm just kind of going to continue what I have done right here. So either we do just bushes all the way around here, maybe? I need a lot more bushes to complete that. But if I just grab the bushes and then the trapdoors as well, and then obviously in the middle we won't be having these, but we'll just be having maybe just 2 campfires on top here, and a trapdoor with these on top. So now I just need a few more buttons. I think that's gonna work, bro. It's just gonna make it kind of feel like it's complete all the way around. I don't really want to leave anything not complete. It would just feel off to me. So maybe, can I do this? Okay, you cannot put a lantern on top of a bush. That is definitely an interesting thing, because that probably means that I'll just do this instead. Actually, that's simple. That's a very simple fix. That's no issue. So we just roll these in all the way around, and I think in theory this should make sure this entire area on the outside right here is lit up, so we don't have to worry about any mob spawning. That's the most important thing. It's gotta look decent, but it also definitely has gotta be actual worth it. Let's grab a bunch of this iron right here, make ourselves another shear so we can get a few more bushes. And then I can just take all these bushes and add all the way around the house. It finishes off this side. Oh, I need the buttons. I forgot about the buttons. That finishes off this side. It also finishes off the back side and the other side. So basically this is completely finished on top of the actual house, which means that we can remove this terribly looking pathway up here. And then obviously we can't really probably see the back sides of this, but now we have basically completed everything related to the house except a few small details. Obviously, if you've been following along, we haven't done anything to the sides of the house, and there's a reasoning to that. Neither have I done anything on the back of the house either. I could probably, for now, just add in some lanterns around here, so it just adds a little bit more lighting around here for my own safety, which probably come in really handy. But the reasoning why I haven't done an insane amount of work on the sides is because that I'm probably due to extend this house the further we get into it. We probably will have to have some farms, cow farms, some pig farms, some sheep farms, or whatever type of farms I might come up with that feels like it's necessary related to this build. So I can always make like a door here that goes out to some sort of cow farm on the other side as well. So before doing too much here, I'd rather have figured that out at some point soon. But again, I really haven't found many animals around here. We found those pigs, which seems to have gone, and still not a single cow, which we definitely need to find that. But as an overall, this house is basically done now until we go crazy and extend it. Maybe. I definitely do think that this was a massive success. This isn't a cow, but I'm looking at a one sheep and I'm actually... Oh, did I just see another one over here? I think I saw another sheep. Okay, there's a white sheep right here. There was another sheep somewhere, but I do not know where it was. There's also a pig standing right there, but for now that is completely useless to us since we do not have carrots. Get down there. You'll just be trapped there for now. Thank you. That is one sheep down. Another one is definitely somewhere very close. Oh, we got a chicken. We got ourselves a chicken. This is actually good. Oh, there's a sheep. Oh, perfect. So we got both the sheep and a chicken. We don't actually need more than one chicken because it will just drop us eggs and we can just get a new from that. So one chicken will do it. I come back here. I'm actually very happy with this house, man. I will say. I think it's very nice and cozy. Sure, it's very simple, but that also kind of has some sort of charm to it. All right, we got a chicken and 2 sheeps now. Is this my first sugarcane? Because I think it actually might be my first sugarcane, unless I'm tripping and I've forgotten something. I believe this might be my first sugarcane. This is my first sugarcane. Oh, I have completely forgotten to actually get sugarcane. Good thing we just fixed that. I don't know why that's completely skipped my mind, but for some reason it has. There's a bunch of animals around here. I don't really care. Bring them all back. Maybe the chickens actually, but I really just want a cow. You're gonna die. Sorry, man. Same with you. So sorry guys, but you just aren't cows, which makes you not good enough. This definitely isn't cows, but a lava lake is actually something that we do need because we do need obsidian, so that is perfect. Are animals nearby here, which is cool. I'm just gonna start off by grabbing some of this obsidian because we are definitely in need of that. This spot is pretty close to my base, but I only need 4 pieces, so all I'll take is that. Oh my god, yes! Okay, so there are cows. I was actually going around Google looking if cows even existed because I wasn't sure cows actually could spawn in jungle biomes because it's been taking a while at this point, man. I might have been looking around for 15 minutes. It's not like a terribly long time, but it was to the point where I was like, do they actually exist? I have my answer. Now it's just about getting them back because I do believe that I'm actually somewhat far away from home. At least when you consider you having to actually like have these cows follow you completely. So now that we have our cows back and also we have our sheep and we have that little chicken. What I want to do out here is I think I want to just build a little farm for my cows and sheep and stuff like that. Until we have a good amount of them, we can just extend it and make it bigger. But for the time being, we don't really need all that much space here. So if I just do a bit of clearing out, it would probably end up being more than enough just to do a little work here. Basically what I am thinking for the time being is if I grab these jungle fences, I just kind of extend out to maybe hit a tree here. Maybe I just extend this a little out right here that it connects into another tree, and then we probably just have to remove this so we can't have like mobs going in here. And maybe we just elevate this entire thing 1 level off the ground so we actually have some space. So basically this little area right here is just going to be a little farm for our different animals. And for some lighting, we can probably just throw in a few of these lanterns around here. We don't really need much, I'm going to assume, because this area is already somewhat decently lit up from everything. I think that's probably going to do it, actually. Then we can let these guys all roam free out here. Get out and enjoy yourself. See if we can breed a few so we actually have some more to work with. And then you just got to drop some eggs, man. I need you to drop some eggs so I can actually get some more chickens, little guy. Oh, oh, wait. Oh, no. Seems we have ourselves a bit of an issue right here. I did not think about that they are going to climb up. Oh no. Is that really going to be a thing? Do I actually have to worry about that? Or I don't know. You know what? Just so I don't have to bother with that like crazy, let's just add these in right here. That's going to be much simpler just to add a few blocks in. Let's see if that works. So with the house all completed, we gotta have a new project that we can really start focusing on. And I think the next project will be this cave system down here, or just this giant area. I have a bunch of different ideas of what to do down here, but it's gonna require so many different things. First of all, I'm gonna need to upgrade my tools. I'm gonna need silk touch and stuff like that to make sure I can grab different ores to really put in some cool stuff around here. The idea that I'm going with for this area is that it's gonna be some sort of working area type of thing. Maybe something like a dwarf cave type of system, maybe a bit more modern with like cranes and stuff like that. But in that sort of sense, that's the type of feel that I want to go for. Now, before we can start doing all that, we need a bunch more cows, which is pretty easy now that we've gotten all these cows. We just need them to grow up a bit so we can actually start breeding them. Hopefully really soon we can get a bunch of these guys grown up so we can actually start doing those enchantments. There is the next issue of the fact that we literally are only level 17 as well, so we also gotta get a bunch of levels. I do still have 10 diamonds left, which is nice. Oh yeah, also I should probably start planting down these sugar canes. If I actually want a lot of books and stuff like that, I'm gonna need sugar canes. So for now, while I actually come up with something that's gonna be a bit better than this, let's pop these down here so they can start to grow. So since I kind of made an opening to this side right here, adding in the cows and stuff like that, maybe just this other side that we have literally right out here could honestly just be the sugarcane farm out there. So if I maybe just grab a little bit more of this right here, we can make some doors for an entrance, or more so a way out. So I guess we just remove this right here and then throw in these doors, which looks absolutely terrible. Golly, this looks really bad. Wait, so the windows work? Wait, I have never seen this before. Open the door, window works. Close it, it doesn't. So if I actually just keep these open, it works. Okay, the more you know, I suppose. The more you know. I've never seen that happen before, but all right, I'll take it. Now, building the sugarcane farm out here should be very simple. As long as I just do this for a little bit, just clear out the area, we can just make a massive sugarcane farm out here. And perfectly as well is, I can probably just chop down a few of these trees to open this area a bit more off, because I will need the materials either way, so that's just a bonus on top of it. I'm probably just gonna wait a little bit doing this until I actually have a lot more sugarcane, because I don't really need this area at this moment until I actually have a lot more sugarcane. But at least the plan is set and we can start doing that at some point. We for sure want to go into the nether to grab some of those materials for the build, so I gotta have myself a nether portal, which means I need a lot of obsidian. At this point now, I have plenty of obsidian. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally just make a little area right here where I can actually just fit in this portal, and we can just quickly go into the nether. I don't want to spend any time in there almost whatsoever, because I'm not prepared at all. I still got iron armor. I kind of just want to see what type of spawn we're going to get. And also I just want the portal down for the time being, since we are definitely in need of going in there at some point very soon, because I want a bunch of different materials from in there. So let's quickly jump in. Yeah, I'm good. Come on. Quickly. Make this very quick. Okay. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but alright, so right off the get-go, I am using my brain right here. I'm gonna build myself a little triple level wall that should make it so that no one can jump on top of me from anywhere. As well as that, let's just extend this up right here. Let's throw down a crafting table in here, and let's make ourselves a fence gate. There we are. We can just pop that in there and then triple this up as well, and then do that. So then now I believe I'm actually going to be fully safe, but since I rather over prepare, let's just quickly put in a roof on top of it. Yeah, see that guy? Oh shit, hold up. I did not realize that I didn't do the back. The world's greatest safety bunker is completed. Nah, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm as safe as I can be. I kind of have to get out on the other side before... oh, damn, what do I do right here? Okay, I'm getting hit from somewhere. All right, as long as I can just somewhat protect myself right here, I'm A-okay. Did he drop an armor? Oh, he did. All right, there we are. Gold chest piece should actually protect me then. If I can just fill this in, and then let's triple this up right here. Okay. That is making me as safe as I can possibly be. So now we just have this little safety area and we don't have to worry too much about anything. In terms of spawn, I'm not the biggest fan of this spawn, but it is what it is. What I would like to find is Blackstone. That's really what I want. All right, we're in here. I don't want to waste any more time since I'm just simply not prepared whatsoever. I just wanted to check that off the list. They have, oh, holy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do 7, 8? Whoa, wait, what's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's literally 8. What is going on? Wait, I've never ever seen that before. 8 at the what? Usually you have like 1. How is that happening? That is absolutely ridiculous. You know what, man? I'll let them stay though. Maybe I'll actually use them for something in the build. That could be cool, I guess. What just happened, man? I don't know. I've never seen that before. I am starting to get a decent amount of cows and stuff like that, and also a good amount of sheep as well, so somewhat soon I can actually start killing some of these cows and we can get some books, because the sugar canes are also starting to do a decent amount of work right here. I'm just slowly but surely expanding it out here. It's much easier for me to keep an eye on when it grows here than when it grows over there, so for now we're just gonna keep this, and then hopefully very soon we can start doing the enchantments. And the more breeding I do, the more levels I get as well, which is very needed. I definitely need some sort of plan to get a lot of experience really quickly, and I think the plan for me is going to be to breed a bunch of different animals. So there's a few things I need to do to be able to do that, and one of them is I need a much bigger farm than I have right now, but I don't want to build it near the house because I really like the aesthetic of this house right here. I feel like it's not too grand, it's not too like overly complicated. I like the simplicity of it, and I don't really want to ruin it with having like a massive wheat field like on the side of it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out to this side right here, right behind this little mini sugarcane field, and build it out there. So it's basically right next to my house without actually like taking over the house, if that makes sense. So all that is going to require me is to just remove a bunch of these trees and leaves and all that sort of stuff. Go down one level right here with all this grass, and then even out a few places that does have a lower level. And then as easy as that, we'll have ourselves a massive field where we can plant down a bunch of seeds and make a whole bunch of wheat easily. And with that, we can get so much experience so quickly because we are starting to get a lot of animals right here. So it should be very easy to really soon have a lot of them breed easily. It does give you really solid XP, and I kind of need that. With the amount of sheep and cows I have at the moment now, this little wheat field right here is not going to anywhere near do it. Plus, wheat fields just look good. I really like building wheat fields, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's try and clear this area out and see what we can do. So with a bunch of new updates to our world, I think the progress now is going to go much smoother. We have ourselves a massive sugarcane farm, which, yeah, I know I talked about making it over there. I changed my mind. I'd rather have it over here. We can do something else over there at some point. I think it works much better out here. It just kind of gives it its own area instead of connecting to the house. If you run down here, I definitely want to go down here at some point and make some sort of docking area for boats and stuff like that. We have so many cows and sheep in here right now, which these guys are just climbing up, committing themselves to not being in this world anymore. I've already gotten like 11 pieces of leather. Actually, that's not quite true. I did end up killing a wandering trader, which is literally pointless right now. I can't really do anything about a wandering trader. I have no emeralds, so I just killed him because I can do nothing about it. What my plan is right now is that I still have a decent amount of wheat and stuff like that. I literally just bred a bunch of these guys, so I don't know how many of them can breed right now. Yeah, not really any of them can breed. I really want to get to that level 30, which isn't going to be an issue, I don't think. It seems like there's just going to be so many animals in here all the time. I'm kind of a little bit mad that I didn't separate them. I think that would have been a nice thing to have done. So I might have to at some point just lure some. Oh, we have an escapee. Hold up. You ain't getting out, my guy. Sorry to tell you, man. No. This ain't how it works around here. But I think at some point, I've already extended this once, as you can tell. I think I want to extend it even further down and just make an area for cows, sheep, and also chickens. I think that's going to be nice. But that would require me... Oh my god, a more has escaped. It would require me to do a whole bunch of removing things down here and also put a lot of dirt down to level it out. But I literally have 0 piece of... I don't have any dirt whatsoever in any chest or anything. I've already spent all of it trying to like level out this area. So I actually genuinely have to go and get some dirt at some point. But now, what I think I want to do is I already have a decent amount of leather, so let's start off by making ourselves some books. We can also take our sugarcane and make ourselves some paper real quickly, and that's going to make us 10 books. Grab our obsidian with a book on. That is not how you... that ain't even close, bro. That right there. That is the enchantment table. I have absolutely no idea right now where I actually want to put this. Like, wherever I place this right now, it's just not gonna fit in. It really genuinely isn't. What we can also do is we can grab some of these books right here and make a few bookshelves, because we are gonna need a lot of those ones. So since I like I said, I have no place right now for this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this right here, and then the enchantment table will be in the middle right here, and it's gonna look horrible, but at least we have an enchantment table for now, and we can always remove it at some point in the future. That will give us the possibility of getting... See, if I get some looting on a sword, that'd be pretty cool, because it would give us a lot more from these cows out here. But I still think that with the amount that I do have out here, I can probably get very close to getting a lot of bookshelves, right? Look at how many there are. There are a little too many. You know what, man? Let's just clear this out at least a little bit. Alright, that's all I want to kill for now, since I'd rather have a good amount left, so it's going to be quicker for me to breed more. Just give me a very, very decent amount of leather though, so I need a lot more sugarcane right now, because I do not have enough paper. Which thankfully, literally, this is just as easy as it gets now. We have no trouble with basically anything now. That gives us 18 books, which means another 6 bookshelves. Actually, not too bad. How many levels now? 18. We're getting closer, and we also are at level 29 right now, so everything is kinda hitting perfect. Oh, I have a lot more iron in here. I have no iron left. I've actually spent every single piece of iron that I thought I had on lanterns. That was literally like, I've spent my last iron and I have 1 lantern left. So what I've done is, as you can see, if we go over here and look in some of the trees, I've kind of started hanging a few lanterns around the trees, because I feel like it's gonna give it a very nice vibe. I want to go around and do it to these trees around here, maybe even in the back and stuff like that, to really light this area up and make it look nice. I definitely got to remove that big chunk right there, but I think I want to do that over time to really make this area feel alive, and just, I think it's gonna look really, really good. Oh damn, y'all are just escaping now. This is not what I wanted to see, man. If some of you do manage to escape and I don't realize it, well, you kind of deserve to get free, so good luck, I guess, boys. And as soon as we've gotten ourselves level 30 and we've gotten ourselves a good amount of bookshelves so that we have our tools leveled up, this place down here is going to get such a massive transformation. I cannot wait to do this. It is finally time. I'm going to start off by making myself a diamond pickaxe, because I think I want a fresh new one that we can enchant. So we got ourselves the possibility of getting level 30. Fortune 3 is absolutely awesome. We do unfortunately only have 15 lapis lazuli, but it should give us a decent amount. Fortune 3, efficiency 4. We can get another efficiency 4 if we enchant this one. I think I'm gonna do that actually. Oh, that also gets silk touch. Okay, so that's both good and bad. You know what? I'm taking it. I am taking that, honestly. Good thing about it, the silk touch is really awesome. Bad thing is, I would have liked to have gotten efficiency 5 on this. Also, there is no unbreaking on this one, which is actually that's rough. So now the question is, do I either make myself a 3rd diamond pickaxe in hopes of getting unbreaking, or do I make a new axe since I'm very, very low on an axe? I'm gonna say an axe since I really badly need that. Pop that in and it will say efficiency 4 as soon as I can get back to level 30, which I should be able to do in no time. Alright, perfect. That gets us back to level 30. Let's see if we can get anything else than just efficiency 4 unbreaking 3. Don't really need much else for that. Then honestly, for now, I think I'm just gonna save the rest I have, save the rest of the diamonds, and probably now take a trip down into the mines and see if I can, as quickly as possible, find a solid amount of diamonds. I have a bunch of food on me that I definitely need to smelt down. If I can just take a stack of raw beef with me and smelt that down, that should plenty do it. I think this is basically all we need to make the trip down there. Then hopefully rather quickly I can actually get myself a decent amount of diamonds. These are always fun. There's literally 2 minecarts next to each other. So let's see what this one... Ooh, you know what, baby? A diamond is absolutely badass. Can we get another one? Ah, of course not. Alright, still. You never know, man. You never really know. 1 diamond down is pretty awesome though. So since I got that 1 diamond down there, we can actually make ourselves another pickaxe, which I think we will do. And then hopefully this one is gonna contain unbreaking. Yes, it does. Alright, this means we can now make ourselves a Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 pickaxe. I have 33 pieces of iron right here, which is exactly enough for an anvil. And how many levels will this require? 17? Okay, 13. Oh, that's a lot of levels, man. It's worth it. It's worth it. We did it. Alright. Cool. Very, very low on levels now. I guess what I might as well do is start smelting down some of these different ores that I do end up grabbing from these mining journeys, since all of that is just gonna give me a bunch of new levels, which we will like that. And we're gonna need all of that iron for a bunch more lanterns, that's for sure. This is where the power of the Fortune 3 is hopefully gonna come in. Up. Okay, never mind. Wait, give me 1 second right here. Let me just really quick redo that. Also, what the hell just happened? This right here is where the power of Fortune 3 is gonna come in. Please do me a solid. Holy guacamole, this is absolutely insane. 20 diamonds. Oh my god, really? That is an absolutely insane. Okay, hold up. If that's the level we can get, we do not need to spend much time down here. That is as big as a win as I ever thought it was going to be. Oh my god, they dropped the potato. They dropped the potato. That's my first new, Okay, I do not have any potatoes yet. That's my first potato. I guess oh my god might be a strong word for that, but I'm quite happy about that. All right, we got some more diamonds right here. This is absolutely awesome. How many? I do not know, but let's see. We are at 20 right now. A double is also fine. That gives us 5 more. Dear God, Fortune is just the greatest thing ever. It is truly just greatness. It makes mining so much more fun because you actually feel like you're getting something out of it for once. Ooh, a little spawner as well is pretty cool. Come on, man. Let this chest be fire. Hell nah, bro. And also, nah. Alright, alright. As always, there's gotta be a limit to your good luck. 25 pieces of diamonds means that we can actually start getting quite a decent amount of diamond armor. So it's not that we are gonna need an insane amount more of diamonds before we can probably just get back and not really waste any more time down in these mines. Maybe a stack of diamonds would be like a solid level to be at, I'd say. Probably just gonna be a 1. Oh, it ain't. It's a double. That brings us to 29. You always know when you're around an area like this right here, there better be freaking diamonds, bro. And there are. Come on now. 36. Literally just a few steps up. Holy. 47. Oh my god. Really? Right up in the roof as well. That brings me to 59. I'm down to my last 52 torches, so we only got a little bit more exploring in us. Ah, yes. That's basically just about fine at this point, because now that is probably gonna give me to about a stack. And this is a ginormous vein. Alright. That gives me a stack plus 17. I guess I might as well just explore just a little bit more since I do have these last few torches, but at this point right now, I'd consider ourselves pretty golden, man. There's not much more we need from this mine, honestly. So a stack plus 17 diamonds is absolutely amazing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get ourselves a great enchantment on this chest piece, because the chest piece is gonna be the most important thing. Protection 4 and thorns and unbreaking. We will take it. That is an absolute banging chest piece. Very happy with that. On top of that, I'm gonna make myself the pants, the helmet, and the boots, and then we have 57 diamonds left, so we are rolling in diamonds. This one is gonna have protection 4, blast, and so we're gonna go for the protection 4 one when we hit level 30 once again, which we are still a little way off, which is all right, but doing some work with these guys out here should quickly bring us up to the levels again, which is really nice. While we wait for these guys to be able to be bred over and over and over, what I want to do is I want to start off with this giant project right here. My first step will be very simple. I want to take this path right here and make myself a giant stairway going on this side and on this side as well, leading down into the mine from up here. It gives me a little stairway down. It's not complete whatsoever, but just the fact that we can like run up and down easily is quite nice. I really don't exactly know the way that I want to transform this entire area down here. So I want to just start off by adding a few things in to just kind of bring a little bit of life into the area, and then slowly but surely over time kind of just add more and more and see where it takes us. Because I genuinely don't know where any of this is going to take me, which is quite fun actually. Let's start off by making ourselves a few trapdoors. As well as that, I am definitely for certain going to need myself another stone cutter. No, that is going to come in very handy. So since this area right here is where I'm just kind of taking out a bunch of andesite, I think I want to add some cranes in here. Kind of seems like the area is being worked on. So let's make ourselves a few brick stone walls. And then for a very simple little crane build, all I do is just add a few blocks in here and extend this one here up by 3 blocks. Add a piece up there. Connect a stairs to the back of it. And then on top of that, I want to add both trapdoors going all the way through. Then I want to extend this out a little bit with some of these slabs. I want to go 4 out. And then I'm gonna need 2 grindstones, and then I want to make myself a few chains as well, which I believe this is the recipe. Yes, it is. Damn, chains are kind of expensive. It's alright. It's not as expensive as having to make an anvil as well, but it's gotta look good. So let's pop the anvil right there, connect it with some chains, and then remove this first one actually. Put a upside down grindstone that has chains going all the way over. Nope. Have them go all the way over like that, and then it reaches another grindstone, has another chain on it. Gonna make a gold block because I don't really know why, but I'm doing it. And then I want to add a slab under it, and that is just a little crane, nothing too crazy, but just a cool little crane that just kind of brings a little bit of life to the area. So I think adding a few cranes like this around is going to add a lot to the area. Now this is just going to be a small crane. I might add some that goes even further up, and even some different designs and stuff like that. Like for example right here, I can do something where I just kind of remove a little bit of this to make a little opening right here. And then if I take some of my wood and just put it down 2 pieces here, something I can easily do is if I put a trapdoor right there and then make that stand up, do the same with this one, take some of my slabs to connect these and make it go a layer up like that. Then I can actually just take a bit more of my gold and just kind of fill this a little in easily. And then if I add trapdoors under just like that, and a trapdoor on the back side as well, and then on the front I add 6 fence gates going out just like this. Then I just grab some signs just like this, add it to the side. We basically just have ourselves a little wagon just carrying the gold. And you know what, man, let's add another one on top of the back right here, just to kind of elevate it a little bit. And obviously you can never go wrong with just adding a lantern, so let's just add a lantern to the side right there. And it's just a simple little detail that's going to bring a lot of life into this area over time. So if we can have a few of these like lying around this area, some with like diamonds, iron, maybe lapis, even redstone and stuff like that, so we can actually finally utilize redstone for once, because you never really utilize redstone. I think redstone would actually look really cool in these giant cranes, to be honest with you. You could do something fun in an area like this right here, where I just kind of mine this a little bit out. Ooh, I like that. And actually, ooh, yeah, hold up, wait a second. Silk touching these is actually good, because I feel like I'm gonna need those for some of the builds in here. I can definitely utilize that for sure. Then what we could maybe do in an area like this right here is just add in some of these rails down here, then place a stair right there, and then just to kind of, you know what, bro, I have an idea. Just to kind of change out the vibe a little bit, I'm gonna add this under and purposely make it so it's not actually jungle wood. Then I can just pop down a minecart like this right here, and then maybe do something fun like this, just to add a little bit of coloring around here. I don't remember how much redstone I actually grabbed earlier down in the mines. Let's go see. Yeah, we definitely got a decent amount. Yeah, you can already tell there's so much more life just by adding in those simple things. Let's just pop this redstone down in the corner right here as well. Let's actually make this go a little further out. I suppose I'll just add this because it kind of just is filling out my inventory. Let's add in another minecart as well. Very simple, but I actually really like that. The idea is definitely to over time make sure that every single torch in here does not exist anymore. We want to change it out with lantern and things that just kind of lights up the area to make it look good. Maybe even some glowberries around here and there could maybe be good, but I really got to get in my creative mindset to really get going on this. I think the next thing I want to do is I want to build something like this right here, but with TNT and stuff like that. Maybe something that would be a little cool actually is if I can just grab myself a decent amount of this andesite. I could then utilize some of that to build some sort of stairway going up here, because there's definitely something going up here that I don't really know exactly what is. I think it's just a random cave, but it's got mobs. But it's got mobs. quickly make sure we light this up. Oh, it leads down to the cave. Okay, interesting. And this seems to be an... Ooh, yes, this is an area I have not explored. Let's see what we got right here. Definitely not great, but I suppose now that I'm kind of doing all this sort of building stuff, I guess this is not too bad to grab, actually. So after adding in a few things now, with a little bit of the floor, we have this new cave entrance, these new cranes over here, and just a few things all around. I think I want to start on one of the massive projects, because I think when I do that massive project, everything will come much more together. So I've made this pathway leading up to this wall right here. This wall is kind of fitting perfectly, exactly just about where all of this granite is. I want to make a massive entrance to the nether. So this little nether portal over here, I thought I was going to make something interesting here, but it just kind of felt perfect, leading this thing all the way up to some massive entrance right here. The plan for this is honestly rather simple. It's not really like it's going to require me to do a crazy amount of work. All I really need badly is, which I've just kind of realized now, I need a whole bunch of obsidian, which I do not have. But I think I just want it to be like around and about, like just in here. Like I just have to remove this one layer right here and it will be perfect. So that is where the giant portal is going to be. And I want it to be pretty big overall. And hopefully it is going to end up looking really, really nicely. Because if I just add like a few stairs right here, then the obsidian can be under here and go all the way around. But that is definitely going to require me to go on a journey to find a bunch of obsidian, which, yeah, well... that is what it is. I'm really surprised by how few details around here really add so much to this place. There's still so much more that I want to do around here, but for now, this is a very good start. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was somewhere nearby where I found a giant lava pool, but for the life of me, I can't exactly remember where it was. 64 obsidian will probably be more than enough for the portal. I am back to level 30, which means we can enchant another piece of armor, so... let's quickly pop that down and grab a few. Oh, wait, did I just get 18 from one? All right, that's crazy, bro. We got Unbreaking, or we got Aqua Infinity. The thing is, I like Aqua Infinity and I'd actually take it, but at the same time, Pans. Oh my god. Really? That is all you are gonna get me? Yeah, that's crazy work. That is actually ridiculous crazy work. Anyways, let's get this portal down and not focus on anything else. So what we're gonna start off by is just putting down 5 blocks at the bottom. Now, do I want it to be any bigger than that? There is definitely a limit to how big I want to make it. Those 5 kind of feel decently... I don't want it to be like overly crazy. I think I'm actually gonna do another 3 out on both sides, and then the reasoning why I want to do that is because I can just kind of build over it, so it doesn't necessarily even have to be this big, but at least I have the option to build a lot of stuff around it. So then let's just go all the way out to here and extend this as far up as we can. That's probably decent. Yeah, I think the size of this seems to be... yeah, I think this is good. Is this all gonna fall? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Didn't even get to fully ask the question. So then out here, we just have to remove a little bit and have this make it all the way up to the top of the roof. I feel like this portal is probably way too big, but it's alright. That leaves us with 26 obsidian left, so the portal is pretty decently big. Let's see if I can light it up, which I absolutely can. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now we have something to work with, and then we can kind of build something over it to make it look much better than just this plain little thing. Now, exactly what I'm thinking, honestly, I have absolutely no idea at this point. It's been quite a while at this point right now, but I have finally found a geode, and that is what I want to utilize to make this portal look really cool. It is quite a journey to get over there. This cave is rather insane, and a lot of stuff is going on down here. Whole lot of mobs, man, but it's awesome. So many diamonds around here as well. Like, I am literally swimming around in diamonds. I have gotten so many diamonds, man. 13 deep slate and 2 normal ones. So maybe not that many, but still a good amount. When you utilize fortune on that, holy man, right? But I think I want to save them for decorations at this point. I really am grabbing as much as I can for decoration instead of just grabbing it, because I don't really need it for anything at the moment since I've already gotten so many diamonds from that journey earlier. So decoration is basically my main focus. Ooh, okay, come on. Be good chest, or just be horribly terrible. That's also alright, I guess. That's a really bad chest, man. That's a really, really bad chest. I don't think I've ever gotten a saddle yet, so I guess I'll grab it. Too many mobs around here. It's so hard to get to it. Dear God, these mobs, man. Dear God. Ooh, I can see the outside from down here. Awesome. That means it's a very easy way back up, which I am absolutely here for. Very solid size geode. Hopefully, I'm gonna be at least somewhat safe around here. Lit it up pretty decently, so I think if I just light up a little bit more... Oh, dear God. Well, maybe I was lying. I have almost 4 stacks of raw iron at this point as well. I think there's not much else to do right now than to just get to it and get as much as this as I can. And then we can return back home and really start building this thing. Just gonna make sure I screenshot these coordinates so now we can always come back and grab the rest of it should we need more. But I do think this inventory is pretty full, so chances are that we probably won't need to. Now I just gotta find my way back up. Let's try and throw something together around this portal and see how it looks. And that gives us something like this right here, which I think looks pretty decent. I'm still gonna try and expand out and make this even grander and bigger and cooler, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing right here. It just kind of feels like it's like exploding out of the wall almost. I don't know, it looks cool to me. I'm actually liking it a lot. Might possibly have to change this behind here though. That's definitely something that I'm gonna do. You can't really tell when it's from over here, but I know it's like granite and stuff like that behind, so I'll definitely change that out. Might just actually fill it in with amethyst behind. That should make things look a lot better. Let's quickly light it up and see. Yeah, it just kind of fits in perfectly now. Now at least you can't see there's anything weird in the background. Perfect. Let's grab our helmet and see if we can get a good enchant. Section 3 is not gonna cut it. Maybe I'll disenchant the pants then. That's another Unbreaking 3. Fire protection. Alright, these pants does not want to be nice about it, man. That's for sure. Another protection 3. What are you... What? Aqua Infinity? Okay, for now, we'll just put that on, because why not? Starting to definitely look like something when you come from up here. I think I've gotten a very cool idea about transforming another area down here. And what I want to do is I want to do it around and about there. Basically what my plan is going to be is to probably remove a decent amount of this and then inside right here build another type of geode thing where inside there's going to be an enchantment room. Exactly how I'm going to do it, I don't really know. I'm just going to try and figure something out and see if it looks cool. But first of all, I'm going to need a little bit more space to work with. I still have about 4 stacks of amethyst left and I think that's going to do it. I don't think I need more than that. So what I'm thinking is that if we just say that around and about right here would be where the enchantment table is standing. This means that if we just remove this back area a little bit, grab all of this coal because why not, then in terms of bookshelves they would just need to be placed around to the side here and then go out there. So that right there should be perfect for the level 30 enchantment. Then maybe if we just extend this out a little bit, not too far, then right here I could add some sort of staircase leading up to the actual enchantment area. If it has a stairway going up like this, then the enchantment thing is right here. It kind of floats down nicely, and then surrounding this place will be a geode. And then if I just kind of remove a few stairs here and there and just place them with cobblestone stairs just to make it look a little better, it'll give it a little bit extra detail, which is going to look nice. So then now I just gotta throw down a geode around it. So with the new enchantment room and this little copper area over here, we are starting to slowly but surely make a lot of progress around here. I think what the next place I want to tackle is going to be is over here, because this place, it just feels so empty and so out of place. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also added that, bro. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know, man. That was literally the latest thing I added and I forgot about it. There's actually something that I want to try real quick. Let's take some of these slabs right here and add them on the roof right here. I think that might actually look pretty solid from the outside. Yeah, I actually like that, bro. I think I actually kind of prefer that. It just kind of adds a little bit of texture to it. I'm definitely going to stick with that. I don't know if we talked about adding that. I can't even remember. But yeah, we've definitely started to add a lot of things. I want to do something else down here in the front as well. Probably I'm just going to block this area off or something like that. But I want to make sure that this whole area is as changed as I can make it. And as you can see right here, I'm slowly but surely actually utilizing this place right here and kind of trimming it out step by step. We could even slowly but surely start adding some stairs going down, so it just kind of like leads further and further down. So when I do end up needing materials and stuff, I'm just gonna go over here because it just kind of like, I don't know why, I just really like the idea of actually utilizing a place like this to grab materials. But yeah, I definitely want to start working on this area over here, since this feels like the next step of the evolution of this. I'm thinking it's gonna be something like this house right here, where it kind of just is inside the wall and comes a little bit out. So we just need to trim a little bit down and then start putting something in here. I want to make sure that I don't take too much away, because I definitely want to have this portal be on its own and not be connected to this space. But I do think I can kind of go a little bit in here still without touching too much of the portal. And then probably, since I've been doing a lot of stuff down here with jungle wood, I think I might actually for once use oak wood while building something, just to switch it up a little bit at least. But as far as I can remember, I do not have any oak wood whatsoever. Yeah, we definitely don't really have anything. Not really that big of an issue. We just gotta get out and really quick grab some. I really love coming out here, man. I think this area looks so freaking good with all of this, bro. It just feels so, I don't know. I actually really don't know what it feels like. I just know that I absolutely love it. And I absolutely love this house as well. I think this house turned out so good. But I grabbed myself a bit over 3 stacks, so that should plenty do it for now. So maybe if we just throw down 2 doors right here, then grab some of our oak that we just have going all the way through the roof. And then kind of just like what I've done with everything else is I've just added in this amethyst behind the door. And the reasoning why is just because I'm not going to build anything in there, so at least I want to make it look somewhat decent. So that's kind of just why I've been adding that in. And then maybe what we could do is to just kind of fill this little area out. Maybe we just take some of this oak right here and just kind of have it go all the way up and connect. Maybe just something like that right there, so it doesn't look too weird. But what the hell did I just do? Just so it kind of fills in this area. Bro, what am I doing right now? There we are. Dear God. I could have gone so much better. But yeah, then it just kind of fills in this area a little bit without having to do too much. And then maybe if I just do this all the way. Bro, what am I doing right now? If I do something like this, right, it'll just kind of add this little touch in, which I think I like. And then at the front, we maybe just throw this one in here and that there, and then we can add some lanterns for some good lighting, which means I need to go 3 more in here since I extended it a little too far on that side. And just like that, we've gotten ourselves another little house added in. I think I'm actually gonna, I think that makes it go a little smoother. Yeah, I like that. Subtle detail, we make them. And then like we've done with everything else, we gotta change out everything in front as well. So I just want to have this go a solid amount out, and then it's gonna just kind of lead all the way down into a connection to this place over here. So we gotta remove all of this floor as well, and then we just gotta mixture in a little bit of these blocks right here, so we have another added pathway, and throw in a few stairs for a walkway up. And then for some reason I've decided that calcite is what I use for the walkway out of the house, so we're gonna stick with it. I have no idea why I've chosen this, but I guess I gotta use it for something, right? That gives us that. And then we just gotta remove this entire layer of stone so we can grab some of our dirt and fill it in. If I even have any more dirt. Got a little bit. Got about 1.5 stacks. Then maybe I can add this out through the front and then have this go in and hit the wall. And I know for a fact I have a bunch of fences. Yeah, I have a bunch of jungle fences. I think I still want to use jungle fences, even though I've focused more so on oak right here, but maybe just to kind of switch up the vibe a little bit, we throw in some jungle fences instead. I'm gonna actually remove this pathway and actually make it a different thing, because I'm kind of realizing now that I need to have water going all the way through, and the only way for me to have water going all the way through is to put slabs in here. That's gonna make it much easier for me to work with. And just like that, we have ourselves another house. Now I just gotta quickly plant some of these seeds. So thinking now that we've worked on this place for so many days at this point, I think we should take a little break and get away from here and see if we have any time left if we finish this next project to even do more at this spot. But for now, I'm really happy with what I've done out here. Obviously, I still want to remove the torches and stuff like that, but like as an overall, I think this place is looking really, really cool. Sure, there's still so much more that I could do if I had endless amount of days, and we might even end up doing much more, but for now, let's make our way through here and make it all the way down to the beach where we talked about doing some sort of project earlier, which I definitely want to get to. I'm not exactly thinking I want to do anything special in this place right here, but I want to just make a little boat slash docking area for like travelers from outside to come into. I believe that it was like one of my first videos that I ever put out on this channel right here. I built a really cool docking area that I kind of want to do in that same style. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to replicate it, but I definitely want to keep it in that sort of feel that I did with that. It will definitely end up having its own type of touch because I'm simply just going to freestyle it like I always do, but I think I have some sort of cool idea of what we can do down here. So if we start off by taking these stairs a little bit further down and then start removing some of this grass going all the way out. And then we can take some of the stone brick and just fill it out for a walkway all the way out. Then it gets us out to about here where we can start actually building something. So here's what the plan is. We start by extending out with oak right here, just going, we'll just see, a decent amount out. I'm not exactly sure how far out it's going to end up going, but it's definitely going to go quite far out. Then let's do this all the way through to give it a better look. Make ourselves a bunch of oak slabs. We're gonna need a lot of those that we can just fill out all the way through. This will give us a decent area to start working with. Might have to remove a couple of trees around here. I want to make sure I keep the trees for the most part because I do like having the trees around here. I think it gives a good vibe. But if we just go about here, remove this block, and then grab some of our oak and extend out. Grab some of our slabs that we can quickly fill in right here. Then we can remove this one block right here and then just fill it in a little bit. Then we can just elevate everything a little bit. And if I can place a boat and then can I push it in? All right, let's do it a little differently. Then let's grab these and extend it out one block more here. And then just like that, and then we just fill it in all the way around. Then maybe we do something like this where we just throw these in, grab a bunch of trapdoors, and then let's just throw these trapdoors all the way around, even until the front. And then on the side we add another here, and then as well over there, and a lot of lanterns. A lot of lanterns is gonna happen, probably to make it look a little bit more, I guess, proper. Maybe we add that. We do them upside down instead. Yeah. So then we have that right there, and then it's just a little boat area. Then we go a little further out and about here. We grab our oak and just extend it out once again. And this one right here is going to be much bigger than this one, because I think this one right here, I'll make a little storage room filled with a bunch of chests and maybe even some barrels. Honestly, I feel like this turned out pretty good. Like I said earlier, I did build something like this way back, so I kind of just did it a little bit differently just to kind of switch it up, and I'm actually really liking this. I think it's just very simple, but it adds a lot to the area, especially when you come from like up here. Like, I don't know, man, I'm liking this a lot, man. I think this is perfect around here. Just very simple, but just adds so much to the actual area. I even added in a little bit of stone right there just to kind of make it look a little bit better when you go up here and get into this giant farm. So I'd say I'm overall very happy with how this turned out. We still have about 24 days left until we hit the day 100, so we can definitely do another project or maybe even two. I think I've gotten myself a plan for now, and I think the first plan is to do something about this area right here. I really don't like how this house is just here and there's just nothing going on down here. I think that definitely needs to change. I definitely do think there is some way to make it look really cool while keeping it very simple for the most part. Maybe if we just start by slowly but surely trimming this area a little bit out just to make a bit more space around here, we can kind of see where everything takes us. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow and then something ends up happening. So we have this little extension here that's one step out, and we don't have that over here. So maybe what I could do is I could start off by actually making another extension extension here just so it's the same thing all the way around. So if we pop down a stair there and we have a stair here, this one is just going to lead out onto the side. And then under there, we can just fill it in with these just to have a wall that connects it, and then replicate that on this side right here as well. Then maybe we just simply remove this floor all the way out and just make even another farm down here. I feel that actually is what I want to do. I cannot believe how often I'm in need of dirt in this world. This is actually insane, man. I always need more dirt, it seems. At least for once, dirt is actually like a useful thing. It's quite nice, man. It's definitely a change up from the normal. And then maybe we just take this one here going all the way through. If we just remove that and then fill it in here, it just kind of connects up nicely. We can even actually remove this as well. And then we just fill this in. And then maybe we even actually do something like this right here, where we take this out and remove this a little bit and actually make a little pathway down here that in theory is just going to lead into some sort of mine that's maybe not here. So that just have some stairs leading down into some sort of mine here. Then just like that, I'm just going to remove that and make that look better though. So then instead of having a staircase down there leading into this mine, I think we just make one right here instead that will lead down, because we definitely want to make sure we have access to this area here where we start mining stuff out. But then up here, we still have a bit of an area to work with. So if you can just clear this out. Where did you come from, bro? Isn't this area supposed to be safe? I suppose it ain't. And we'll probably have to remove all of this and replace it with slabs so we can fill water in. Maybe we then just extend this wall out a little bit here to the side, just by simply doing something like this right here. Then we can just replace all of this right here with stone going all the way through. Grab a bunch of this stone brick and turn it into stone walls that we have running all the way through here, just to kind of make a little bit of a difference between this area and the walk-in area to get down here. If we just replace a few blocks right here so everything makes a bit more sense. I don't want to touch this thing right here because I do like how it connects to the roof, but I still want to absolutely make sure that I replace this whole entire floor so that we can fill it in with all of this dirt that we have coming, which... well, that's what we need to do right now. We actually kind of need to go up and grab a bunch of dirt. I've made a bunch of wheat farms at this point, but I've actually completely forgotten about the fact that I have potatoes. I only have 3 potatoes right now, so got a lot of work to do with that. But I have a little bit of bone meal, so we can actually start making the progress go a little faster. But I think we should utilize that now, just simply because we haven't done so whatsoever yet. We should probably make sure we actually have this place fertilized. So if we can just pop down all of this water right here, should be able to get to work on this very easily. Let's see how many potatoes 27 bone meal will end up giving us. Probably not that much. Yeah, I planted 1 down. I have 22 left, so 23, but it's a good start. Slowly but surely over time, that will spread really quickly. Let's just quickly fill out this other side right here. Whoops. Let's just quickly fill in this other side right here with all of this dirt, and we can then finish off this farm. We're gonna have a little front area down here as well, where I'm not exactly sure what to do with this area. And basically for now, it's just all the waiting game until these grow up, which hopefully they will in due time. But for now, that basically completes this area as well. I think that one of the last few things that I want to tackle in this cave is this area right here. I think that the rest of it should stay the way that it is. We don't want to change it up 100,000%, but I definitely think that this area right here is the last kind of big area that feels like it needs a little bit of work. But I think other than that, that's basically all that I want to do for this cave. I'm not really thinking anything too crazy, so I'm thinking just another farm. That's basically as simple as it gets. It's quick, it's easy. So if we can make just some sort of little farm that just kind of dangles down, and that's basically going to be it for it, I think that's going to be solid. As soon as that grows up, that should look pretty good. Just added in a few ores around here, even added in a few ores over here just to kind of build something, at least to just pep it a little bit up. These are slowly but surely growing a little bit, not too much, but it's okay. But it's crazy to see how much this cave has changed, man. To think that it was just like a random blob in the ground, and then now it's looking like this. Pretty freaking cool, man. So I've made this little staircase going all the way up here, which I think is where I'm going to build this next little project, which is probably going to end up being the last one that we have to do in these 100 days. I guess you can't really exactly see this place up here from down here, but I still feel like it's going to connect up to something really cool. So what I'm thinking up here is probably something in this back wall right here, like we've done with these other houses inside the wall. I think I want to build one here, clear this little middle area out a little bit, and then probably add something here as well. And then we actually have something that's quite interesting. So if I just really quick clear out right here and then mine through this wall, it should lead us into this massive open area right here. That's kind of on top of everything. As you can see, you just have this open grassy area. Now, I'm not trying to build anything really crazy up here. What I'm trying to do is, well, if you haven't already guessed it, I'm actually just going to make another farm up here. Just because I kind of want to do something to this area. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste not actually doing something. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I just feel like something should be built here. Basically, if I can just open this area a little bit up and just kind of remove a little bit of these walls right here, then I can like rather easily just build some sort of like little innocent farm. It's not going to be anything crazy up here. I'm really not planning to build anything special. I just kind of wanted to do something in here since it just kind of feels like I should, you know. I've done so much to this entire cave around here, kind of leaving this area off right here without doing anything. It just feels wrong to me. It really just feels completely wrong to me. I have a bunch of beetroot seeds planted up there, and since I've already done a carrot farm, a bunch of different wheat farms down here, I feel like the beetroot seeds would kind of come in cool and give a little bit of a different look up there. At least I'm hoping they will. Yeah, see, they're already growing really nicely. So I'm just gonna replant a few of these, and then I think we should get over to this area right here and start figuring out what we want to do. I was contemplating if I should put a roof type of thing like I did here on top of there, but I kind of feel like it even makes a little bit more sense that it's kind of more so just built into the actual wall, so it doesn't actually need a roof now that it's inside a wall. So I'm gonna stick with it, even though I feel like it looks a little odd. It in reality makes more sense. So just a cool little area, just nothing special. We've got a little lake out here. That's more like a pond, but fair enough, man. And then we just got this little area out here, which is quickly going to just grow up, and it's going to have a little bit of color and just adds a little bit to the area to not make it look so completely dead up here. Plus, it also makes it spawn proof. But yeah, nothing crazy up here. It was just kind of more so to utilize this area to not leave it completely untouched. So now that it is day 99, I thought that we should take a little tour of this world and see how much we actually ended up building within these 100 days. So we start off down here at our little dock area, which I actually really like. I think this turned out absolutely awesome. It is so nice, so cozy, and just feels like the perfect little thing coming from the outside into this lovely place that we have going here. And then obviously when you walk through here, you get up to this massive wheat farm with an even bigger now sugarcane farm that is basically completely fully grown as well. Yeah, I'll never ever have to worry about sugarcane or anything like that. The animals have gone absolutely crazy, which is awesome. I've even ended up adding a bunch of different lanterns in the trees just to kind of like make the area a little bit more cozy, you know. It's just, I don't know, but I'm so addicted to using lanterns. It's my favorite thing of all time. Then we come to our house, which love it, bro. I'm so happy with everything that I've done in these 100 days, and I think this house right here is just so awesome. I love the detailing, I love everything. Like it was just a fun build that I just like, I don't know, bro. I just think it turned out awesome. Even though we didn't really do anything on the inside, it's most of the outside that really matters, right? So yeah, I am absolutely loving it with these nice little farms that ended up turning into beetroot farms instead of actual wheat farms. So pretty cool, like it. Then we get into our biggest project, man. We have a little just random detailing right here because I wanted to just go around and add small details around in a bunch of different places just to make it look better, right? Just to do that. And I've missed a few things like this, but it's alright. It is what it is, man. But as you just saw a few seconds ago, I did end up adding this little area right here because it was bothering me so much that like walking down here, there just was this like random plop. Like I needed something here, and I think it made the perfect little thing to add in right here without having to do too much work. And then we get in right here to our awesome geode in the side where we turn it into an enchantment room. And I think this actually like is something that I might end up doing much more in the future when I do enchantment rooms. I really like having a geode like this being turned into an enchantment room. As well as that, we just have this little random house on the side right here with our massive potato farm and just a little wheat farm on top of here as well, with a little bit of sugar canes on top, which, you know, just gotta add in more farms because farms look good. You can't deny that, bro. They just do. Then we have this other house on the side right here that just kind of hints into this massive portal, which This portal is freaking badass, man. I'm definitely throughout these 100 days becoming a massive fan of using geodes. I think that everything from the geodes, it just looks so good in builds. It's like, it is really freaking cool. So I'm definitely going to be utilizing that much more in future builds. On top of that, we just added in this little redstone place right here with a few cranes, have a little mine shaft going in here with a few carts with chests in them, little wagon, another crane, another house, and then this area right here is one of the areas that I use the most, just storage and cooking down and just getting the different materials that I needed. On top of that, we have this little cave going in here with this copper block with a wagon with gold. Another crane, have this awesome waterfall, just having a bunch of water falling down in this area right here, a little mining area, and then we walk up to the stairs, which is the newest addition to everything. It's just this little random place right here with 2 houses and farms, and then walking in here we have ourselves this giant beetroot farm, just because you gotta build something, bro. You gotta build something, man. So as an overall, I am super happy with how this world turned out, man. I am absolutely loving this. I would have never expected, looking at this cave that first time, that this right here is what we would end up with. I think it is absolutely freaking dope. Like, just taking a cave that is just completely nothing and then turning it into something like this right here. Like, there is still so much more I could have done building things down here. Really got to work on this side right here, and many more details that I could have added in this place. There is so much more that I could have done, and who knows, bro, maybe we'll continue. If this video does really well and you guys hit that like button, we can do a 200 days if you guys are interested. But as of now, we have a few minutes left and it will turn nighttime and we can get our last sleep for day 100. Thank you all so much for watching 100 days in a jungle only world. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.